Okay. Good. We are alive. We are live and rolling. Let's just check to see if this is coming through. Good stuff, guys. All right, chest and arms day today. Let's just see how this is coming through on the old live stream. Okay, it says it's live. Good. The old live stream. See how it sounds. Okay, it says it's live. Good. The old live stream. See how it sounds. Fantastic. We're good to go. All right. Good. Fantastic. Good to go. All right. Good. Let's party. Okay, chest day today, boys. Chest and arms. So, we're going to get started. Just going to do some warming up, first of all, on some light dumbbells. Okay. I'm one of these people that's very, very prone to chest injuries. So, during a cut phase, I need to be very, very careful not to cause myself more damage. Okay. So, very simply, when it comes to chest training for me, it's about keeping a good load in my hands, but always being very well prepared, not overdoing it in terms of, overstressing the tendons more than anything. Pec tendon, bicep tendon, both very, very susceptible for me to damage. So warm up well. I've got a bit of a routine that I go through for warm-up protocol, so I'm going to show you guys this warm-up protocol that I do in order to minimize the risk of injury on a chest day. It's not foolproof. Obviously, anything can happen at any point in time, so you never really know, but you avoid the risks that you can. Okay, so I'll run you through this protocol so you can see exactly what's involved. And I'll just go over to a quiet space in the gym again, just get this warm up done, and then we will get into the heart of the session. Okay, bring this up a little bit. There we go. Good stuff. Okay, let's see how we're looking on here. Whew. Okay, nice. Good. Cool. Right, I'm gonna grab some dumbbells. All right. Okay, so first things first, we're just going to go with 20 lateral raises, lightweight, only 4 kilos. Okay, once that's done, shake it loose a little bit. We're going to go for 20 front raises. Again, just getting that shoulder articulation in place, warming up the joints, getting some blood flow into the upper body. All right, now a really important one is a reverse fly. Simply because scapular retraction is going to be a recurring theme throughout this chest session. I'll go more into detail on that in a bit, but we're going to just warm up the mid-back traps and rhomboids. So shoulders pinch, push back. My hamstrings are feeling very tight from yesterday's leg session in this position. Ooh. Okay, good. Bring this up a little bit. Okay, so guys, the function of a warm-up aims to achieve 4 things, okay? I use a protocol called a RAMP protocol. RAMP is an acronym that stands for Raise, Activate, Mobilize, Potentiate. So when you come into the gym, whether it's a chest session, a leg session, an arm session, whatever, you're looking to raise the body temperature first and the heart rate, 4 or 5 minutes of cardio, moderate intensity. You're meant to activate. You're going to try and activate the relevant musculature. So work some warm-up moves that activate the relevant muscle you're going to be training. In this case, the chest, shoulders, triceps on my chest day. M comes down to mobilization. So we're going to do some mobilizations for the shoulders, particularly, and the upper back. And then P is potentiate, which is basically an extension of activation, whereby we're looking to get the best ability for the muscle to activate for our session. And that comes down to doing our incremental warm-up. So working up the weights on our working weights. Okay? So next moves are going to be some mobilizations. All right, I'm going to work that scap range. I'm going to go into a press up. Okay. Now on this press up, interestingly, I'm going to use the dumbbell handles so I can get a bit more range. I'm going to sink deep into the dumbbell handles to get as much range as possible on the press up. Okay, bring this down again. You may or may not be able to see this. I think you will. Okay, so again, using the dumbbell handles, as you can see. Now, dumbbell handles in a press up allow you to get a bit more range, a bit more stretch. Check it out. Shoulders pinch, drop in, come up. Good. Nice and easy. And next up, we're going to do some mobility work through the shoulders. I'm going to grab a wooden stick. Ideally, I'd use bands, but I don't think we've got bands here. So I'm going to use a wooden dowel stick to get some shoulder mobility working. Okay, so the better your shoulder mobility, the narrower you'll be able to do this with your grip. However, I don't have very good shoulder mobility, so I'm becoming extremely wide. I'm just going to go 12 repetitions. And you'll feel a huge amount of stretch through the pecs, but it's also going to really test your T-spine mobility. 10 to 15 reps, absolutely fine. And we're doing all these stretches in a dynamic fashion. Oh. On the subject of stretching before a workout, before you train, focus on dynamic stretches. If you do too much static stretching before your session, it will impact your power output. The ability for your muscle to be explosive will be compromised if you reduce the elasticity of muscle with excessive static stretching. So, especially if you're a strength athlete or power athlete, you want to maintain a good amount of tension in the muscle, and the way to warm it up, actually before we train, is with dynamic stretches. That stretches whereby you're moving, like the exercises that I'm doing now. Okay, another really good one for T-spine and pecs. You're gonna come down, you're gonna take a touch, you're You're gonna come down, take a touch, and push back up. And what you're gonna do after each 5 reps is just bring the hands in a tiny bit and go again. And this is all just warming up, ready to hit our first movements on chest day. It's gonna be dumbbell incline press. Okay, now we're in a pretty good position to get started on our workout. So we're gonna do 3 sets of between 10 and 15 on dumbbells, incline press. We're gonna focus on that compound move first. For chest, the moves we're gonna hit today, kit dependent, gonna be incline press, we're gonna work a machine press, we're gonna work a cable fly, and we're gonna work a dip. And throughout these movements, what you'll find is we're hitting pecs from all angles. Incline, on the machine, we're gonna hit the lower chest by positioning ourselves quite high up on the seat. So that's the decline position. We're also gonna hit decline essentially on a dip. So when we're leaning into a dip, we're gonna hit the lower chest. And then flies are gonna be great to get a better stretch, really isolate the pecs when all the other pressing musculature is fatigued, and finish with a really good pump. All right, let's keep moving. Let's put these dumbbells back and we'll go set up on a bench. Excuse me, just a real quick question. I'm going to be setting up a little camera there, just recording my set. You might be in the mirror. Is that okay? If not, I can choose somewhere else. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay, cool. Got the green light. The gym is pretty quiet, so that's pretty good. Ooh. Okay. So particularly as a warm-up, what I'm looking to achieve here is a lot of stretch in the pecs. There's so much growth to be had in the most stretched position of any movement. So if you're a bodybuilder or looking to improve your body composition, your aesthetics, you need to be mindful to always working through the most stretched positions wherever possible. What we don't want to do is this kind of stuff. Partial concentric range. Deep stretch, tension, and drag through. Tension, and drag through. Tension, and drag through. Okay? Oh. Hey, bud. Sorry, is it okay if I record my set?
Yeah.
I just wanted to check.
I was just trying to see what you were doing.
No. Okay.
You're a blogger, YouTube.
I'm doing some live stream, but just wanted to check if that's okay with you. If you might be in the background, is that all right?
No, I'm just checking you are YouTuber or something?
I do coaching. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I help people get in great shape. So I'm on YouTube. Yeah.
Tell me.
So at the moment, we're streaming on YouTube, streaming on Kick.
What's name?
So it's Julian. What's your name? Sorry. Saurabh. Julian. Titanium. That's it.
So how much you charge here for coaching?
So I don't do one-to-one. I do all of my work online. Okay.
You don't do one-to-one?
Not one-to-one. No. Do you have Instagram?
Yeah.
So I do more stuff on Instagram. I've just now started using YouTube.
Okay, subscribe.
Thank you, mate. Ping me a message on Instagram and then we can have a chat. Same handle. Good to meet you, man. Excuse me, mate. Sorry. Excuse me. I've angled it away from you. Is it okay if you might be in a reflection at some point? Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Cheers. Okay, big stretch. Big squeeze. Ooh. Okay, cool. Okay, yes guys, so just warming up incrementally. So we started with 14 kilos. Next up we'll go up to 22 kilos. And then from this point on, we will go up to probably like 30, 32, then maybe 42, and then into 50 for the first working set. The dumbbells in this gym aren't particularly heavy. They're heavy enough, by all means. You don't need crazy weight to stimulate muscle growth. But yeah, we're a little bit limited with dumbbells up to 50 kilos here. In our personal gym, I have a gym space with a few of my friends, a handful of us chipped in, we set up a gym space. You'll see it on the Sunday sessions, the dungeon. Yeah, there we've got up to 75 kilo dumbbells, which is pretty crazy. They're collecting dust, I won't lie. So we'll do some work with the 50s today, all being well. All right, next warm up. Yep. Okay. Okay, cool. So, 34s done. Next warm-up will be probably 44s, and then we'll be ready for our first working set. So, yeah, you want to have a decent amount of rest between these warm-ups. You're not looking to kill yourself, you're just looking to activate the musculature. The function of an incremental warm-up is not to fatigue the muscle. We want to prepare the muscle without fatiguing it. So we're experiencing the weight through the muscle. There's a risk that a lot of people run where they do too many warm-up sets, where they do too many repetitions in each set. Once you're warm, you just want to experience an incrementally greater weight, such that you are well prepared for your first working set with your working weight. Okay, 42's next, last warm-up set. Okay, cool. Great stuff. Okay guys, so I can't stress this enough. If you're a bodybuilder, or if you're training like a bodybuilder, and by that I mean if you're trying to improve your body composition, improve your physique quality, then the quality of repetitions is absolutely paramount. You've got to always be keeping it central in your mind. How well am I moving? I really do believe that beautiful movement leads to a beautiful physique. It also generally results in a reduced risk of injury. Now, of course, if you are an athlete and you're training for strength, you have to combine both. But just be very clear when you go into a set, whether the set you're about to do is about building muscle or developing strength, power, or another facet of fitness. In this set with dumbbells, the function of this set is to stimulate muscle growth. So I'm going to be moving in a very deliberate manner. A big stretch, a big contraction, and control throughout the rep range. Okay. Okay. Good. Neat, controlled reps is the order of the day. Now, if you watch my Sunday sessions, whereby I'm focusing on strength and power, I'll do the bench press. And on those days, I'm trying to move weight. So I'm working with bigger weights. Not big weights, you know. I'm not a strong presser, as it turns out. I'm really not. Never have been. Always been a stronger puller. But relatively speaking, the Sunday session is focused on power and strength. So I'm moving in a deliberate manner, but with a lot more focus on speed and explosiveness. So my bench press, I'll come down, I'll pause, I'll explode out. And that gives me the ability to lift much bigger weights. But this is, oh, that was fantastic. Got a really good, sustained contraction, connection there with the pecs. Right side is feeling a little bit tight. It's not strained, it's not injured, just feeling a little bit tight. Something just not quite articulating in the way it should, but it's passable. So now we go again. We're gonna go with 40 kilos, that same quality. I still wanna hit around 12 repetitions, so I'll be reducing the weight a little bit. Quality is king here. We're going again in 1 minute. Just reviewing that set, seeing how I can improve it. So I can definitely, it's pretty spot on, especially the first 6 reps. Range is good, tempo is consistent, a little bit of a flare on that right side. And this is why it's actually valuable at times to record your sets, guys, because you can see a lot of what's going on. I also notice, this is very interesting, as my set progresses, as I get towards the end of the set, one thing I can see happening is I start to inwardly rotate more and more and more. I know why I do that. That's to protect my pecs. As my pecs fill with more blood, I can feel the tension increasing. I can feel them getting tighter. Like I said, I've had strains there in the past, and I go from being somewhat flared to extremely tucked. What that does is it reduces the amount of shoulder extension, okay? It puts less stress through my pecs. It means my pecs are less stretched at the bottom, and it means that I load up my triceps more. Okay, so it's a protective mechanism. You notice that I get more and more tucked in that last set. Let's see if it happens on this next set. We're gonna go with a 10 kilo drop, we're gonna go down to 40 kilos. We're gonna focus on quality of movement. Let's do it. Okay. Quality, quality, quality. Big range. One. Okay. Excuse me, are you okay with me doing that? I can turn it away from you. You might be in the reflection. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Oh. Oh. Okay, good. Happy with that. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go with 35 on the next set. Same quality. You can see how 12 reps there was absolutely maximal. Bit of water, and we'll go again with 35s. Clean, controlled movement. We're really at this point trying to make the weight feel heavy. That is what bodybuilding is. Making a weight feel heavy, using it as a tool to stimulate the breakdown of a muscle. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, final set coming up. We're going to work with 35 kilos for the final set. We're going to focus on quality, good range of motion, great connectivity, smooth, controlled movement. Let's do it. Yep. Quality. 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 Oh, wow. Okay. And you can see there just how much of a fatigue effect there is from when you go from set 1 to set 3. That is a job well done. Chest is already feeling pumped. Okay, good. So next up, we're going to go on to a machine press. Now the bias of this machine press is going to be towards the lower pecs. I'll show you how we do that in just a second. Okay guys, I'll check the angles here quickly. Do what we can. Yeah, that's not bad actually. That's pretty good. See if that's any better. Yeah, that's almost ideal. Just gonna bring this up a tiny bit. Okay, good. Yeah, looks pretty reasonable. Okay, cool. So, if you're in a training plan which is integrating both free weight moves and machine moves, and you're trying to build muscle, my advice is to use the free weight moves that require the most joint articulation, the most dexterity, as early on in the session as possible. When you're freshest, your ability to actually conduct good quality, well-articulated, safe movement is better. When you're fatigued, that quality diminishes. So I would always start on a free weight. Now we're moving on to a machine. I need to worry less about joint dexterity. I still need to be focused on good movement execution, but it's less consequential. So this is why machines are great to use after you've already exhausted the muscle with free weight moves. On this move particularly, we're going to use the machine press to bias the lower pecs. Now the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to position the seat up a little bit higher, and that way the line of force is through the lower region of my pecs, but also I'm going to arch my back to create a little bit more extension of my spine and to just change the torso angle in relation to where my hands are pressing to essentially emulate a decline press. Check it out. Okay, cool. So, just gonna warm up to our working weight. Again, we're gonna hit 3 sets of 12. I'm gonna take this off, because I think just about hitting the top of the machine. Should be safe in a hit. Should be fine. Okay. Good. Feels nice. Okay, next warm up. And you can really see there how much emphasis I'm putting on that stretch. Now, minute rest before we go again. So a little update on the cut. 400 grams down today from yesterday's weigh-in weight. I'm now down to 102.5 first thing in the morning after using the loo, butt naked. When I have photo shoots or when I get on stage, I mean in the past I've been as heavy as 98 kilos on stage when I was a heavyweight bodybuilder. But for me now, I'm in shape when I'm around about the 92-ish mark, 92, 93. So really I've got 9 weeks to drop about 9 kilos, 9, 10 kilos of like empty weight. But in terms of like filled out weight, you know, if I carb loaded from that point, I'll probably be around the 95, 96 mark in good shape. It's all relative, right? But I'm talking about my version of great shape. So yeah, currently in a caloric deficit. Training day calories are up to 3,000. Rest day is 2,700. 7,000 steps per day. 35 minutes in the Stairmaster. It's working well now. We're moving at a good rate, averaging about 1 kilo per week, which is perfect. All right, first set. Okay. You know it's a good set when you walk away from the machine right after you've done it. I'd see it all the time when I was a one-to-one PT on the gym floor. Whenever I pushed a client, they'd finish a set and they'd walk away. They'd come right back. But it's a good sign. It's a sure sign that someone's worked hard on a set. Okay, so we'll drop the weight slightly. Remember, the weight that you choose, it's simply a tool to stimulate the breakdown of a muscle. Think of it as that, a tool. It's pretty arbitrary. You're just trying to pick the right amount of weight such that you can move in the most deliberate manner to target the most deliberate way, target the muscle the most deliberate way. And that's all it really is. Don't get too fixated, especially on machines. Don't get too fixated on the number. It's just a place marker, lets you know where you're at. Lets you know what tool to select. Okay, we'll go again. Shorter rests on these, 2 more sets, 12 reps. Big stretch, deliberate squeeze. Okay, you'll notice something really interesting there. I didn't make 12 full range reps. So once I hit failure on the 9th rep, I worked to the bottom region, the most stretched position of the movement. This is good. This is a good way to stimulate more muscle growth, more breakdown. Your muscle strength capacity is greater in its most stretched position. So you can lift more weight from here to here when you're fatigued than you can from here to here. So if you want to really exhaust that muscle, work it right the way through its most stretched range until you can't get any movement at all. Okay, we go again. Last set on these. Quality. Okay. Wow. Oh. That's pretty brutal stuff. All right. From now, we're going to go on to dips. That's 2 moves done. Incline press, quality movement, 3 sets 12. Machine press with a bias on lower pecs, quality movement. Next up we're going on body weight dips. On these I'll be using just body weight. On my Sunday strength session, I progress load and use weight. This is again going to be really deliberate movement, controlled. Super controlled. Making the weight feel as heavy as possible. Tension throughout. These are the rules of the dance. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. Really interesting on this machine, the handles are really thin. And what that means is your hands are slipping out and your wrist is just waiting to buckle. It's also this kind of rubberized material, which you'll see a lot in commercial gyms. These handles here on the pull-up are rubberized. A lot of handles and machines are rubberized. And the thinking is, it prevents people from hurting their hands. But the reality is, it's more slippy. By the way, I'm really sorry. Are you okay being in the background occasionally?
Oh, yes, I was just going to grab some
no,
wipes you were filming.
Don't worry about me. I'm just conscious about you. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
Yes, I'm not.
Get in it, by all means. Thank you, mate. Cheers. I'm live at the moment, yeah. So, you're a star. To all of 0 people watching. Just trying to get into streaming. It's the next thing. It's the next thing to jump on. Yeah. So got to start somewhere. Yeah, as I was saying, they're designed in a manner to be more hand-friendly, but actually your hand moves in them, so it actually creates more damage to your skin. A better grip to use is the one you see in like typical spit and sawdust gyms. Metal knurling. Your hands won't move, you're not going to slip, you've got a better grip, and contrary to what you might believe, your hand health, your skin health will be better as well. So, note to commercial gyms. This rubberized shit, it ain't working. All right, set 2. Six. Okay. Set 3. Dude, I'm really sorry. Like, you jump in whenever you need to. Okay. Thank you, mate. Okay, 3 sets done. Final move, guys. Final move for chest. going to be flies, cable flies. And then we're going to do some arms. Let's do it. Okay, so on these, you want to set them at roughly shoulder height. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Up. One more. Yep. Hey. Oh. You carry on, mate. It's all yours. Thanks for your patience. It was the endless set, wasn't it? Hey, I think you got a few years on me. It's good to see you in it, man. Pushing it. Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I thought I know that sexy man over there. How are you?
Sexy, bold guy. Tanned. I'm good.
You're looking particularly tanned today. Have you been away?
Just high blood pressure, I think, from training hard.
Yeah,
Just pushing. Just come off a horrible set.
Oh God.
So, a bit flustered.
Yeah.
How's things?
Very good.
Good.
Yeah, very, very good.
Good. Are you a member here, I presume?
Yeah, I just moved back to Newbury
Oh, nice.
about a month ago and
Nice.
recording a new album and
Yes.
training here. And are you
Good stuff.
over here? Or are you just
Only
visiting
just, yeah, literally like last week I joined.
No way.
Yeah, just change of scenery. I've got to be in shape for a shoot in November. So the Stairmaster over there
Yeah,
is the go-to for me.
you needed it.
To, yeah, I haven't got that in my gym. So,
Where were you before?
so we've got a space in Cinch,
Yes.
like a dungeon setup.
Yeah.
Me and 4 other guys, or a few other guys.
I've seen a lot of videos of
That's it. Yes, that's where I have been training. I still go there on a Sunday,
Right.
but I just want to be in this environment so I can use machines, get on the Stairmaster,
Oh, yeah.
and push things a bit.
Oh, well, good luck.
Because
for the shoot.
time is ticking.
Yes.
I've only got 9 weeks.
Yeah,
I've got to drop about a stone and a half from now. So,
I keep saying I'm going to finish this album in December, and I realise, oh shit, that's like
mate, it's the
2
years.
and a bit months away.
the years
How
going.
does this happen?
Years going absolutely rapidly. These next 9 weeks will fly by. I know it.
I believe in you. It's
Thank
gonna
you,
be
mate. And likewise. So, what's your deadline for the album?
good. I want it mixed by the end of the year.
Good man. I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, I'll see you by the end of the year.
Good to see you, mate. See you in a bit. Oh. Wow, that was pretty horrific. Pretty horrific. All right, let's grab some water and move on. Okay. Right guys, that was pretty horrific. That's chest done. Okay, so quick sip of water. I'm gonna do a little bit of arms. I don't have an arms session as such. What I'll do is, I do a little bit of arms 2 times, sometimes 3 times a week at the end of my chest session, at the end of my shoulder session, and sometimes I do a little bit, I mean a tiny bit at the end of my strength and power session on a Sunday. As long as you get the total dosage of arm training over the course of a week, then you don't need necessarily an arm session. Proviso being, when you come to adding on arms at the end of your session, you don't pussy out. You actually give it everything, which is challenging. Like right now, honestly, I know it doesn't look like I've done a lot. I've done 4 exercises on chest. I've done 3 sets, but on every single one, the internal focus that can't necessarily be seen through the camera lens has meant that I've put in as much effort as possible on each repetition, and it's mentally exhausting. Like physically, I'm okay, but mentally, there is some fatigue here, and it's about picking yourself up, having that mindset of, right, session's just now beginning, and hitting some decent arms. So, arms training, it is now. Quick bit of respite, quick bit of recuperation, and we're gonna go again. We are gonna use the cables for lots of reasons. We're gonna do biceps and triceps supersets. This is actually a protocol which my good friend Eli, CR2 Talent on Instagram, a mentor, he actually showed me this. And basically what we're gonna do is, we're gonna pick a weight for curls, we're gonna pick a weight for push downs, and what we're gonna do is, we're gonna superset curls and push downs, curls and push downs for 6 total rounds. Now here's the catch. Every round involves 3 drop sets, or rather 2 drop sets, equated to 3 total sets. So I go curl for 8 reps, drop the weight a tiny bit, 8 reps, drop the weight a tiny bit, 8 reps, then go onto my triceps push down, same thing. Push down, 8 reps, drop the weight a tiny bit, push downs, 8 reps, drop the weight down a tiny bit, push downs, 8 reps, and that's 1 round. Now, 6 is quite ambitious if I'm gonna bring quality to this. The danger of doing 6, in my opinion, we did it together once over in Miami last year, early this year actually. I think it was back in March. When you've got a training partner there and when it's like a fuck it kind of session, throw everything at it, you know, it was a special occasion, I haven't seen him for a while, then it's doable. But if you're training by yourself and if you're prioritizing quality, then my advice is just focus on 3 sets, but bring quality to every single part of it, every single set, every single repetition. The danger of doing 6 is you tell yourself, oh, I got 6, that'll be sufficient. I don't need to concentrate that hard if I'm doing 6. I've got loads of chances to get it right. That's a very real danger, which a lot of people aren't aware of. The less total work you do, the higher the propensity for your quality, and vice versa. The more work you do, the less likely you are to move with quality. Hence the chest session, you know, it's 4 exercises I did, it's nothing, seemingly nothing. 3 sets, I did a chest session today, 12 sets for chest, and it's done. It's pumped to shit. Been worked hard, put good weight through it. So think about that, okay? Quality and volume generally are inversely proportionate. Okay, let's set this up. Also a good time to get some salt on board. Okay. Around halfway through the session, half a teaspoon of salt. Yes, mate.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, good, man.
Keeping well?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Good.
I thought I saw your car. I thought,
You're looking good, man.
I
You're looking.
know, I've got a lot more on than I should have. Yeah,
No, but you look good.
I've been injured a lot.
Have you?
Yeah.
What happened?
Something going on with my shoulder. I could hardly use it. I got the guy here who's doing physio, all sorts. But as quickly as it came, it went. It was like months I was out, and my problem is, as soon as I'm out, I get frustrated about it, and then I let the guy get his shit. So, all better this year. So he's cracking on with it now, just to leave it all. But I will be hitting you up once I've got rid of it all again. I'm probably about a stone and a half over where I need to be.
Yeah.
I've got that. I can know how to sort that out. I have real problems putting on muscle mass.
But honestly, in your shirt, you look great.
Yeah.
You look muscular. I honestly, you're hypercritical.
I've been keeping at it.
Yeah.
But I say probably there's one thing that's went was the diet.
Sure.
But not completely. You know, I was still enjoying it with the family probably a bit too much. But then right, okay, I've done that, so I need to be restricted again. I didn't really just hold myself accountable for it. But I was always coming down here and always making the most of it all here.
You kept it ticking over, right?
Yeah.
You didn't just chuck it in completely.
No, exactly.
So very little damage done, I'd say, mate.
Yeah. So the next. Got 7 weeks until I go away to Florida, so that's my main aim, just to get decent there. Then I'll probably just carry on for the rest of the year.
Back end of October, is it you going?
Yeah.
Nice, mate.
Yeah, half term. So
Okay.
I've been off for 2 weeks with the family now. So
When are you coming back? When?
2nd November.
Okay, I'm flying out on the 4th.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I need to be ready for then. That's what I'm training for at the moment.
Where you going?
Miami, just
Okay.
some
you've
bit
got
of work
the,
stuff.
Guys there, the mental guy.
Correct. Yeah. So we're going to do some photo shoots.
Nice.
I'm releasing a new business. I'm starting a new business.
Okay.
Swimwear.
Oh, nice.
So it would be like Speedo stuff, photo shoot,
yeah.
That sort of stuff. So I need to be Speedo ready.
Yeah, definitely.
About 9
cool.
kilos to drop in 9 weeks. So.
You should do that.
Oh,
easy.
I mean, God willing, no injuries, no illness.
Yeah,
Then
so
it's
I'm not kilos and stones and stuff like that. So
stone and a half.
about stone and a half I need to get rid of.
About the same, about 9 kilos. 8, 9 kilos. Yeah.
And what do? I did about 21, 22 in the 8, 9 months.
Yeah.
So I need to, and that was including sort of like the holiday and stuff like that. So I've only got that one. The October one is the only thing between now and the end of the year.
Okay.
So the plan is to say, obviously I'm not going to go strict over there because it's the States.
Mate, you've got to enjoy yourself. Yeah.
And stuff, so,
Yeah.
But yeah, 7 weeks. I reckon I should be able to get rid of nearly a stone. If I'm hitting around £3.
Kilo a week, mate. You do it.
Yeah.
It's just under a kilo a week.
So yeah, sticking at it, add cardio a lot into it. What I did find was, it's always for me, if I didn't, I've always been good on the water, even when I wasn't with you, and I've always drugged 3-4 litres a day. If I don't hit that, I'd see a massive difference.
Yeah.
And also the cardio. I went through about 4 weeks of what I thought I was going hell for leather. I was on this, I don't know how true these things are, it was telling me I was burning like 3,500-4,000 a day.
Yeah.
And I was only eating around, I went down to about the lowest where we were, and I think I was like 1,600, 1,700. I didn't lose weight for 3 weeks. Nothing. And I was like, what the hell's going on?
Up the water intake.
It must have been.
And it happened. Yeah. I've only joined literally for 2 months just so that I can use the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
Because that for me, honestly, it's like guaranteed fat loss.
Yeah.
I can't train hard enough on a stationary bike, on the bag.
Yeah.
I can't hold myself to that level of intensity on cardio for more than a few minutes. There, I just say, right, 35 minutes is getting done. I'm not coming off until it's complete.
Yeah.
And I come off a dripping mess. Mate, when are they going to get the aircon in this place? Like,
It's been like this for years.
look at this
I know. It's ridiculous.
state of my back.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a chest
I'll
session.
be the same. I mean, it's a bit of a warm up. I'm already going.
I haven't even started cardio yet. But listen, mate, by the way, I'm doing a live stream. So,
right,
I mean, we didn't talk about anything controversial, thankfully. But, I thought I'd let you know before either you or I say something silly. But, no, it's good to see you, mate. And I'll definitely see more of you. Cause, I'm here 4 days a week. Usually this sort of time or mid-afternoon. I try to come when it's not too busy.
No, I'm exactly the same.
I'm starting this. This is like a thing that's starting this week. Just live streaming my sessions, just to give a bit more value, a bit more coaching.
I'm lucky I can come down pretty much whenever I want. So I always try to get it just before lunch.
Yeah,
Usually
fair.
around 10, 11 o'clock I try to get in there. So then when I'm finished, I'm straight into my lunch then.
Well, if you ever need a spot or anything, just you know the drill.
Yeah, wicked.
All right, mate. Good to see you. Okay. Okay, we're still just warming up, guys. Okay, fine. Good. It's been years, isn't it, apparently, I've heard? Aircon, years. Tell you what, yeah, I mean, I've seen refurbs going on, but not the aircon.
Always something saying, oh yeah, we'll have to fix the aircon. I come in last time was on. Probably the last time I remember working, probably last winter.
That's a good time to have aircon. Yeah.
Massive fans.
7 years? Fuck me.
Bought in like 5-foot fans and stuff.
The best bit of real estate in the gym is by that air bike. Someone's using it, you just like... Okay then, let's go. Okay, here we go. Now the set begins. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. Ah. Ah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. Let's get you a mic.
Discomfort in the elbow, wrist, forearm and hand, including things
Yeah.
So it's just like, how was I supposed to tell him? As soon as I twitched, it kills.
Where did you see it? Like this, like.
Okay.
How can I not push an extra 10?
10.
That's like saying world record's 500. You can't be 5K. Yeah, pretty much.
Ha. Ah. Ha.
Just like boots. You weigh your out yourself out in like 20 reps. And then you try and move up to that. Get yourself warmed up and go straight in. Get yourself warmed up with that. Just peg away and then get in.
Oh, come on.
I was actually waiting for you to help me out and then disappointment. Cheers, mate. I train 7 times a day. That's saying a day. But then I go insane. So it's a balance. They got a weekend away with me.
Oh. Come on.
And they got what you did.
Yep. Say again? On what? No. 0. Occasionally someone jumps on. I'm in now. Just about consistency. Just gotta keep going. Keep like announcing it on Instagram that I'm going live, and then over time, maybe in the next 6 months to a year, people start to migrate to other channels. Got to start somewhere. Yeah, but honestly, like stage 1 is just about being on and accumulating a number of hours, because the platforms won't promote my stuff publicly until I hit like 400 hours of streaming. So I shouldn't even really be bothering speaking to the camera at this point. I should just be on, because it's not about that. You got to like go through a whole load of different like achievements essentially before channels like Twitch and Kick start pushing your stuff out public, like not publicly, but to audiences that don't know that you exist, like the Explore kind of page essentially on Insta. So it's just a process. It's about blind hope and faith. I had a couple of people here subscribe. They were like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm streaming to YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, what's your thing?" And they were like, "Oh, I subscribe now." So that's pretty cool. Indian chap and some like middle-aged white guy. I forget his name. But yeah, it's quite cool. No, he wasn't American. Yeah. 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 I've asked everyone like in the vicinity, like if they're in the frame, I've said, "Are you okay?" And everyone's been okay so far. And if they're not, I'll just move. Simple as that. No, but some people might not appreciate it, so I'll just go somewhere else.
Never know. I think at one point, because obviously if you get enough hours in, you're bound to at one point get like a bit of a bloom together.
I mean, I've got loads already. It's been one session. Trust me. But that's what I've started doing. I've already created a separate TikTok page where it's just 30-second clips of bits that have been of value, whether it's funny shit or just like talking to the camera and saying, "This is why I'm doing this." Just a 30-second thing. And at the end it says, like, "Here's my schedule for the week." So you can watch the live. So it's just a case of having a consistent schedule, sticking to it, giving people little bits so that they can then find the main live stream. None of this is my idea. Like I've got a couple of friends who do this, and they've given me a lot of help setting it up, because it's really convoluted and quite complex setting up streams.
I didn't know him. He comes down here.
He's a good friend of mine, Will. Yeah. So he's not got on the streaming. Instagram and e-commerce. Like, he really understands that. Yeah, he's a very smart guy, very talented, very understated, but phenomenal physique. Phenomenal physique, really good brain, and a nice chap. So he'll do very. He is doing very well, and he's one of those guys that I just know is going to do well. You know. Will Hatton. Yeah. He'll be here in a bit, won't he? Usually, he covers up completely. Like he's wearing a jumper, isn't he? And yeah. But he's very ripped, so like, you can't quite see how good his shape is because he's usually completely covered up.
It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Single digits, like
year round.
Yeah.
He's like a smaller Nathan Stacey. still got his hair as well. He's still got his hair as well.
Well, yeah, hopefully that's safe.
Yeah, it looks all right.
My dad's got quite.
Is that your hair? It's not a toupee. Oh. Yeah. Same. I can grow hair, but you know, like yourself, it's thin. Really thin.
It's I haven't shaved for about a day, so it's there,
Yeah.
but it's just too thin.
No, it's thin on top. Yeah. It's really grey as well. It's almost completely grey. This stays pretty. I've just started dyeing my. I've got like white in my mustache, and it just looks like I've got like.
I've got mine big, so I shave one off, it looks really weird, it's patchy. It looks like it's grown today, and actually
Yeah,
that's the great
it's a grey bit. Yeah. For me, it looks like I've just blown my nose. It's just white there. Yeah.
And then you have to shave close to that.
Okay. Last set on biceps. Fuck me. Okay. Okay. Ooh.
Go for like followers and stuff.
Say again, buddy.
What is it you're doing? Like you
So-
asking people like following stuff.
Yeah. So what I've got is I've got a pretty good size Instagram page, and I'm just trying to. So I coach people online.
Yeah, got it.
So what I'm trying to do is just bring people over to my YouTube channel, so I can give a different style of content where it's like completely unedited and a bit more authentic, a bit more of a real life insight.
Yeah, what's the page on Instagram?
Julian Titanium. Yeah, Julian Titanium. I'll give you a follow right back, mate. Just ping us a message saying hi and I'll find you back. What's your name, sorry?
Benji.
Benji, Julian.
Nice to meet
I feel like I do recognise you. I've probably seen you in gyms over the years, in various gyms.
Are you from Newbury?
Yeah, I've been here most of my life, yeah, since I've been about 9 years old.
I come in 6-7 times a day.
Mate, every time I've come in, you've been here. You were here late last night as well, and yeah.
I actually had some girl come up to me saying, I think you're following me, and I can't sit there going, I got so many demons this year that the only thing that's keeping me fucking sane is being here.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the boys like in that they know, I just when I'm not working or I ain't got my daughter, I'm just here.
Yeah, fair play, mate. Productive outlet.
Yeah,
Definitely.
This year I've lost 25 kg,
Fair play.
and I've done that in 2 months.
That's mega.
Yeah, and then I'm just trying to get my physique back.
Your shoulders look crazy good, man, and I've seen you on the bag as well. You're
I've got
handy.
about 11 years. I'm like I've got like 490 students
Okay.
for kickboxing. So
Nice.
I just teach kids. I don't teach many adults, but I've been doing it 11 years.
So that's your thing?
Yeah.
Coaching kickboxing.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, mate. I love that.
So yeah, one of the new PTs he come up and he went, "You have a bang, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah, I've done it 11 years."
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's why I just body mechanic.
Yeah. No, I've seen. There's a couple of guys I've seen that look quite handy, actually.
Yeah.
It's not a bad setup there, is it, actually? Good bit of space there.
It used to have loads of the bags up, and then they just kept falling. The frame's not the safe of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Rattles a bit.
Yeah, it rattles a bit. But what's your goal with training and that?
So I was a powerlifter, then I became a bodybuilder. Now I'm a coach, and I just keep in good shape.
Wicked.
So one of them. I may do shows again at one point, some point down the line, but we'll see.
Yeah. How old are you then?
I'm 34.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep up, mate. I've just hit 38 this year.
Yeah, mate, we've got loads of years in the tank.
I keep doing that.
you can't tell yourself anything other than that. I think, I've got clients in their 60s, and they look phenomenal.
No, it's good. I think it's as soon as you let your brain tell you can't do it, is it?
Yeah,
Like I'm doing stuff better than I was doing in my 20s right now. So
love that.
Just right motivation.
And the belief that the best is still to come. That's massive.
Yeah. I'm lifting heavier than I ever. I'm doing more than I ever have, and I feel better than I ever have, and I'm older. So
Quality.
best bit. Isn't it?
Yeah.
They laugh at me. I do extremes, don't I? Oh, it's true. I just go for extremes.
Yeah. No, I've had the same experience. Yeah, I've had the exact same experience. I've actually wanted to come and say hi, but you've been pretty focused. I'm glad we got to meet today.
Yeah, I know. The only time I don't, do you know the matey that shouts a lot? You come up to me on the spin bike and you know how I go, and I'm going to mate, I'm like trying to like pedal it like 130 and he's going, and I'm like, mate, leave me be. Like, do you know how hard that is to keep that momentum?
Yeah, man, for sure. I'm going to get on the cross trainer. No, Stairmaster. We'll catch up.
Yeah, no, take it.
Good to meet you, man. Bit of protein and we'll go. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is just Stairmaster. It's the last bit of the session, 35 minutes on the Stairmaster. Before I do that, I'm just going to have 50 grams of whey isolate I use Whey Prime. Whey Prime, get it on the Prozis website. You can use the code TITANIUM to get 10% off extra. Prozis are really good. The quality of the products is great, but also the delivery time, whether you're in the States, UK, Europe, wherever, globally, is phenomenal. And they're always chucking in amazing deals, freebies, offers. Prozis, Titanium. Could not recommend them enough. That's all I use now in terms of supplement brands. They've been very good to me. They help me out with a lot of the supplements that I utilize. The only brand that I've ever had an affiliation with, because I think there's a lot of bullshit out there. Hell of a lot of bullshit. Lots of shiny packaging. This is 50 grams of whey isolate. I'm gonna have that with a banana, bit of protein, bit of carbs, begin the recovery process, and we will go again. We will go again in 48 hours. Tomorrow's a rest day. But I won't make you watch me do cardio because it's fucking boring. If it's boring for me, it'll be even more boring for you. So, thank you for joining the stream. Schedule this week is up on my Instagram page. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.